Hello everyone, and today I'm teaching you how to drive a manual again. So today I'm not gonna teach you how to make your car go or make it stop, some sort of things like that. Today I'll show you how to drive your car smoothly. Starting with number one. Number one is release your clutch gently. And I say gently, by no means slowly, because if you release your clutch too slow, then you're just wearing your clutch with putting no power down. So let's see what it means to release your clutch gently. Now clutch in. When you're letting go your clutch, don't do something like this, okay? You don't want to hear your clutch bouncing off from its position. What you want to do is gently releasing it, okay? So this is gently. You didn't hear anything bouncing around. Okay, but definitely not slowly. Slowly is like So you're wearing a clutch, wearing. Okay? Another thing that's worth mentioning is that as you're gently releasing your clutch, you should add no more gas in this process. Just like how I mentioned in a former video, you should hold your gas right there until the RPM went up, release the clutch all the way out. By then, you can give it more gas. Releasing your clutch gently is the most helpful way to make your riding smoother, especially if you're in low gears like first gears or second gear. Next up is a special technique called double clutching. Double clutching is the move that had to be done back in the days when there weren't a special thing in the transmission called synchro back in the days. So double clutching is very useful for old cars or for those who like to rev your car high. Naturally aspirated. Because your synchros will wear as time goes. My car will be a great example for this. Honestly, there are synchros in every gear in my transmission, but if I shift from second to third without double clutching, it will make a very scary noise. But I don't want to demonstrate that by damaging my car, so just imagine that. So you double clutch like how it's said. You clutch in twice every time you shift. So this is how a shifter looks like. You notice that your shifter will pass through neutral every time you shift between gears. Now I'm gonna show you the basic move of double clutching. So watch my left foot really carefully. Okay, let's say I'm second gear and I'm going to third gear. Now, clutch in, shift, you pass this neutral, clutch out, and clutch in third gear. That's it. And now let's see how it looks like when you're driving. Okay, so now we're driving. Now we're second gear, and now we're upshifting. Watch my move. Boom, boom, shift. Okay, so I'm in second gear and I'm going to third. Watch my move. Boom, boom, double clutching. Last but not least, rev matching. Rev matching is a special move you will do when you're downshifting. If you don't rev match properly every time you downshift, you and your passenger will like every time. So let's talk about downshift. When should you downshift? Every time you want to accelerate or decelerate, you have to downshift. So downshift is like a move that you will do every minute when you're driving a manual car. So learning how to rev match is like the most important thing when you're driving a manual. So you may ask, why should I rev match every time I downshift? Why I don't have to do anything when I'm upshifting? It's because that when you put your clutch in and upshift, your RPM will drop by itself. So you don't have to do anything. You just give it the least amount of gas, make it go, and you can let go your clutch. But when you're downshifting, your RPM should go higher, but your RPM won't climb by itself, so you have to give it gas. There's an equation that can quite a lot describe all of this, is that your engine speed roughly equals to your gear ratio times your wheel speed, blah, blah, blah. Go find a physics teacher for a better answer. So one thing you want to do if you want to rev match smoothly is that you want to memorize your RPM that correspond to certain gear and speed. Okay, so now I'm cruising in 1500 RPM at third gear and watch my speed. So I want to go to second. I clutch in rev match and I'm in second. See, my speed is not changing, but my RPM is rising. Okay, so another special technique when you're downshifting is called heel toe. Now the moment you're performing this move is when you want to go right away after you slow down. Let's say you're on a curvy road in a mountain or you're under emergency. So the move looks like this. You want to slow down real quick, so you brake, but your RPM is dropping too quickly. So you want to downshift, clutch in, but you have to rev match. Remember that? So you twist your foot into a weird angle and you flip the throttle with your heel. Then your RPM rises, let go of clutch. Be sure to practice this move enough before you're actually doing this on street, or the driver behind you might kill you.